Yeah, yeah. Oaktown. Do you know about my city? Oaktown. The city of O. Oaktown. Oh, don't you know? Oaktown. Do you know about my city? Oaktown. The city of O. Oaktown. Oh, don't you know? Now let's take a little trip down memory lane, where brothers played nothing but the dope game. East 14th and 73rd. That's where the slayers hung tight selling birds.
Hello and welcome everyone. This is Manzel Blakely from the Oaktown Business Cast. I am joined here today by Brian Croner from SanFrancisco.net. We have got a matchup here today from the Victory Point Store Championships in Berkeley, California. This is a Kalagoda legal tournament. We got 32 players in Berkeley, California. On the left, we've got Jamie playing Max, and on the right, we've got Ainsley, a South Bay player, playing Argus Security.
And thanks for having me on the show, Manzel.
Yeah, you're welcome, Brian. All right, just to get started, the looks like Corp is going to go install and hedge fund. Yeah, and they're playing pretty fast here. It looks like that's a quick run on R&D and a score. Oaktown renovation right off the top into a sure gamble. That's a great start for Jamie.
A really good start. Yeah, that was click one run. It looked like.
Yep. Yeah, no hesitation.
He took the tag, it looks like, and then just dropped it, yeah.
Yep, took the tag.
Yeah, Argus, definitely not an easy idea to play against Algal, though getting that early score is really huge.
Yeah, and it looks like he's already got a fall guy out, so Jamie's going to have some protection here not too long.
Yeah, so this is a popular build we've been seeing in the area. The Max, specifically, Max DLR variant is definitely popular.
Sure. Do we see much of these face-up agendas, Brian?
Yes, the Oaktown specifically. Oaktown in Wayland is the new Atlas. It's in every Wayland deck.
Okay, that's the one that gets you 2 credits for every advancement. That's right.
Yes, so you end up profiting 1 credit every time you advance it, and I expect we have something like a hive over that agenda to try and slow Max down.
Yeah, it looks like no res. Jamie gets through and sees a Scorched Earth on HQ, so there's probably nothing in hand.
And that's a really important run right there, because they're okay, maybe not so Argus as much. With Blue Sun, you're not sure if they're going for the kill or not. It's just what they call vegan Blue Sun is really popular, and so having that intel is really nice. Against Argus, it's more likely they're going to have Scorched Earth.
Yeah, and Ainsley right there just does a quick triple advance on Oaktown renovation, scores it. Doesn't go for any of the extra bonus clicks for that.
Yeah, he doesn't need to. His econ's looking pretty good, and he has operations and whatnot. He just needs to move his board position forward.
Yeah,
Max is definitely building up.
He's drawing a lot. Not necessarily a good sign. Doesn't have too much on the board. And he's got the credits, and he goes hedge and beanstalk back to back. So he's at 20 now.
Yeah, and Max in at 15. It looks like, or 19.
Yeah, Max has some money. It's that's unusual. At least the way I play Max.
Yeah, this was sure gamble and day job is what did it.
Yep. So he's got DLR on the table already. So it looks like he's just waiting to get the rest of his pieces before he starts going nuts. And there's a wireless net. So that's the 3-piece right there that's going to keep him pretty safe. And he can now safely trash his extra wireless nets in the most wanted list era.
Yes, the post-unique. And I'm surprised we're not seeing little. I think, I don't know, Jamie's, I guess, building towards this DLR. He could have just poked at R&D, but I guess you're risking something like a snare could be bad. So.
Yep. Although I think I just saw Ainsley draw a agenda right off the top into his hand, so that would have been there for Jamie, but he installs another ice on what's about to be a scoring remote pretty quickly here.
Yeah, we see a hostile takeover in Ainsley's hand. Ainsley definitely, I think he's generally playing this right. Like, you see DLR on the other side of the table, you have to push forward. You have to start scoring. And so I think he's mostly looking for agendas at this point and drawing aggressively to find them.
Yep, and I think Jamie just did a inject there.
Oh, that's bad luck.
Runs R&D and just hits another one right off the top.
Yeah. So he took the tag and cleared it right away, it looked like.
Yep.
Yeah, at some point, that's a good way for Jamie to get his tag for TLR.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure he's going to play Paparazzi here in a moment and
Sure.
be tagged.
Yeah, he's not quite ready to go tag me yet. Ainsley has a little bit too much money. If he goes tag me right now,
yeah, you can get trashed here.
Ainsley could basically spend his turn to trash all 4 resources, I think.
Yep, and Ainsley just scored out of hand a hostile takeover.
Get that money.
So he's just getting the credits, but he doesn't really have much else on the board here. And yeah, Jamie just hit DLR I think twice, so it's on. And Paparazzi is out, of course.
I'm surprised. Like, okay, so each fall guy costs 4 to trash, and then you trash the wireless net. That's 12, right?
That's 12, and you're back to even basically. But it was, what is it, 24 credits? I would do it personally. Whenever I play Max and people trash my resources, they beat me. So
yeah, it's tough. I could see how Ainsley might be thinking if he can actually land a tag on Jamie, then he has a play with Scorched Earth. So, or if Jamie starts going tag me with Joshua B, let's say.
Yep.
But you don't have time.
He's going to need 4 clicks and 14 credits, I think, to get through Paparazzi. So, yeah, that's tough. But it looks like he's just going to soldier through and try to score some stuff out of hand. Finally puts an ice on R&D. This could help. Well, yeah, no, it can't really help.
No, I don't think that was the right play of putting ice on that remote. Jamie is clearly not running the remote. He doesn't have breakers out.
Yep.
Ainsley does seem to be trying to draw the agenda, which is good. But if you're not drawing the agenda, you got to trash his stuff. And there's Eater.
Eater and 2 hits on DLR, so we don't know what's in archives. And there's no Jackson, I don't think, in this deck. So I don't think anybody knows what's in archives.
No Jackson.
Yeah, well, if he's drawn a lot, and he hasn't put anything on the board really, other than an agenda. But it looks like
you might be
just
right.
hit fast track for Project Atlas.
Yes.
So he's trying to score, and then he wants to roll that into his let's see, that'd be points 4 and 5, and another 2-pointer, and yeah, that's the plan here. Looks like he puts it right down and advances it once in that scoring remote.
Yeah, that's good. I don't know. I don't know if he can win this race. I think Jamie can just start spending every turn DLR and just make one big run, especially without Jackson. Queen's Gambit. That's an interesting play.
This is a weird play. We know that's an agenda, but if it's going to get scored anyway next turn, Jamie might as well profit out of it. It's not a face-up, so he's not going to get bonus points for extra clicks, but it looks like...
He rolls it into Singularity.
What is Singularity? I don't think I've ever seen this card.
So Singularity is a 4-cost run event. If it's successful, Jamie trashes all cards in the remote server. So not the ice, but everything in the remote server.
Okay, so that Queen's Gambit then is a safer move, but he's going to have to get through all this with Eater. I guess he doesn't need to access.
No, he's fine.
That was so it was a double. Queen's Gambit's a double, so he doesn't have a ton of clicks to get through a bunch of Bioroids here. And we're looking at Enigma, which he'll break, I'm assuming, but this could cost him a click.
So it just costs him 1 credit to break that. And so
no more res.
Ainsley did the right thing here. I think he decided not to res the ice because it was likely with Eater out that it was going to cost Ainsley more money to res than it was for Jamie to trash.
And he wasn't going to keep that agenda.
Yeah, so Ainsley knew that Jamie was going to trash the agenda anyway. Let's see what he has in his archives.
He finally checked. I don't even think he looked earlier.
Man, that was rough. Oh man, Queen's Gambit and Singularity.
Yeah, maybe it's a Jamie play type of thing only he can do.
I don't know. I mean, that is like what those 2 cards kind of came out close to each other in the release, if I remember right. And it's definitely a kind of a combo that could happen, but I've never actually seen that happen. That was a thing.
Yeah, it seems a little bit of a rough play with 2 doubles, but Archives is unprotected. I'm sure he thinks he can pop in there later and snag it then.
Yeah.
No, we see Ainsley's going to draw. He's in trouble, it looks like, if he's drawing at this point.
He needs to trash DLR. I don't think, like, drawing cards right now, you're on a timer, especially without Jackson, if that's true.
Yeah.
You're on a timer because of DLR. So drawing cards, you're just actually
helping him out.
Essentially DLRing yourself more.
Yeah, and then he beanstocks, which is just kind of a shuffling of the deck chairs at this point.
Yeah.
So we see 1, 2, 3 mills from DLR, and now he's going to pop in Archives. And looks like there was an agenda in there, and that's a win. Ainsley had ice in his hand, and he had credits on the board. He didn't put anything over Archives. And he knew that there was at least that Project Atlas in there, and probably something else if he hit the win here. So a little
I'm trying to think.
Interesting play, I guess, but if he was trying to rush out his own agendas, maybe he was a little single-minded there.
So my guess, I don't really see it in the. I'm looking at the Max's discards here, but I'm trying to figure out how he gets through like an Enigma on Archives, and he might have the silverware, he might have what spooned or whatever it is.
Yeah,
would be my guess of what he's doing.
I kind of think that if you know there's an agenda there, you have to give yourself a shot and protect it. But maybe he thought that he might have one extra turn, and that was what he needed.
Now, Ainsley definitely needed to defend up Archives. That's absolutely correct. And Jamie, he maybe didn't have anything to get through, like an Enigma on Archives, but the point is he didn't need to, because he could just spend his turn to deck the
DLRing,
essentially.
Yeah. Although I think if he had 2 agendas in hand, he could have scored those out maybe before he ran out of cards.
I don't think so. I don't think he had the time to do that, and he didn't have the agendas in hand. He knew there was the Atlas was. He tried to score the Atlas, which was good. That could have worked. The Singularity was a bit of a. I don't know if I would have predicted that.
No, that's a left field play for sure.
But I think the game goes a little bit differently for him. If he starts trashing those resources instead of drawing cards, he buys himself a little bit of time. And Jamie seemed to be pretty singular in his focus. Singularity, right? In that he was like on DLR, he had Eater, so he's not going to be accessing your cards. So you do have to watch out for singularities. More singularities is bad.
Yeah,
you just switch to like a never advance mode with your Atlas rather than telegraphing it like you did.
Sure. Well, that's a nice decisive win for Jamie here. I know he did really well at this tournament. I think he was number 1 through the Swiss, and this was the first round of the cut. So, Brian, thank you for being with us today. Viewers will be back soon with some more videos from the Victory Point Store Championships.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Cheers, guys.